When St. Elmo's Fire hit theaters in 1985, it divided critics but captivated audiences. Beyond the 1980s glamour, smoky bars, and iconic theme song, the set was a drama of romances, scandals, and tension. Today, we'll talk about 20 behind-the-scenes stories that reveal what truly shaped this Brat Pack classic. Real-life inspiration. Director Joel Schumacher drew directly from personal experience when shaping the characters. Many were inspired by his own circle of friends, with all their flaws, ambitions, and insecurities. This personal touch didn't just add color, it grounded the story in a relatable truth. It's no wonder the film's portrayal of postgraduate uncertainty feels so raw, authentic, and lived in. It came straight from life itself. Brat Pack backlash. The Brat Pack label came with force. It was appealing to the press, yet deeply resented by the cast. While it seemed to promise instant fame, Lowe and Emilio Estevez saw it as a cage, locking them into a narrow public image. With interviews, reviews, and headlines relentlessly echoing the name, it became a shadow they could not outrun. One that would follow them well beyond the 1980s, shaping how Hollywood and audiences would see them for years to come. The media's catchy nickname was a double-edged sword, boosting fame while chaining them to St. Elmo's forever. Career death sentence? The Brat Pack label wasn't just annoying, it haunted them. It lingered like an unwanted brand, leaving a lasting mark over individual accomplishments. Lowe called it a career death sentence, reflecting the frustration of being defined by a single era. Estevez felt trapped in a teen idol box. The tag followed every role. It also limited opportunities, shaping and, in some cases, stalling their careers for years to come. They fought to shake it, but it clung like cigarette smoke. It wasn't just a name. It was a curse they fought to shake off forever. Georgetown's ban. Georgetown University ultimately declined to allow filming on campus, showing concerns over the script's portrayals of sex, substance abuse, and intense interpersonal drama. Rather than halting production, the filmmakers adapted quickly, scouting alternative locations that could convincingly stand in for the school's iconic settings. Though, through careful set design, clever camera angles, and attention to architectural detail, they managed to capture the atmosphere and prestige of Georgetown, without ever setting foot on the university's grounds. Georgetown house drama. During promotion, the principal cast shared a Georgetown house, an arrangement that seemed charming at first, but soon became an arena of clashing personalities. Small disagreements over chores or schedules grew into petty feuds, followed by whispered alliances and quiet resentment. Late-night confrontations were carried to the next day. As the weeks passed, the pressure of living together blurred the line between scripted tensions and the very real drama unfolding behind closed doors. Living together wasn't bonding. It was a pressure cooker that made their on-screen friendships feel painfully real. When Lowe's sex tape scandal exploded mid-filming, his role as Billy suddenly became a high-wire act. Paparazzi swarmed. Tabloids plastered his face across headlines, and every public outing became a battlefield. Still, he leaned into the chaos, partying hard, flashing that practiced, charming smile, and sidestepping questions with the ease of a man used to the spotlight. Behind the scenes, the crew whispered about his reckless nights, but Lowe kept it together on camera, channeling the very swagger and vulnerability the role demanded. Billy's brash confidence on screen wasn't just acting. It was the shadow of a real-life scandal seeping into the performance. Lowe's party foul. Lowe's off-screen lifestyle nearly jeopardized his role. His persistent late arrivals and reputation for excessive partying drew the attention of director Joel Schumacher. In a direct confrontation, Schumacher delivered an ultimatum: improve professionalism or be replaced. The warning proved effective, keeping Lowe in the cast and the production on track. Lowe's charm kept Billy alive, but his off-screen antics, fueled by his scandal, added a reckless spark to the role. He walked a tightrope, and St. Elmo's became his shaky redemption. Demi's rehab ultimatum. The role of Jules came with an uncompromising condition. Producers delivered a clear ultimatum to Demi Moore: enter rehabilitation or forfeit the part. Her addiction battles were no secret. She complied, beginning treatment before filming commenced. Yet, her personal struggles quietly shaped her performance, giving Jules a frenetic energy that blurred the line between acting and reality, proving she could shine through her demons. Her comeback started here, raw and unfiltered. Demi's jewelry story. For her portrayal of Jules, Demi Moore selected pieces from her own jewelry collection. These accessories were not merely decorative. They subtly reflected the character's opulent yet fragile persona. Each necklace, bracelet, and earring served as a quiet emblem of Jules' glamorous exterior and the unraveling turmoil beneath. She dipped into her own stash to support the low-budget film, adding authenticity to every scene. Her sparkly facade wasn't just acting. It was a raw glimpse into Demi's fight to shine through her real-life chaos, worn on her sleeve. During production, Emilio Estevez and Demi Moore were involved in a romantic relationship, even becoming engaged. Their off-screen connection added an undeniable authenticity to their performances. The unspoken glances and heightened tension between Kirby and Jules carried the weight of real emotion. The breakup came later, but their Georgetown days were a whirlwind of lust and drama, bringing a raw, lived-in spark to every scene. Demi's breakthrough. Despite the challenges preceding production, Demi Moore delivered a performance that proved transformative. Her depiction of Jules was raw, magnetic, and emotionally layered, commanding attention in every scene. By the film's release, Moore had not only met expectations, but surpassed them, emerging from adversity with her reputation solidified as a formidable talent. St. Elmo's Fire marked her rise, a star born from her own ashes. Nelson's method madness. Judd Nelson fully immersed himself in Alec's abrasive personality, maintaining the character's sharp edges even off-camera. While some admired the commitment as method acting, others found it annoying. His insistence on staying in character blurred the line between performance and personal demeanor. The crew rolled their eyes, whispering he was too much. Nelson didn't care. His choice made the film's fire burn hotter. Nelson's bad reputation. On set, Judd Nelson's portrayal of Alec did not always end when the camera stopped rolling. His withdrawn and irritable manner created friction with colleagues, leading to whispers of unprofessionalism. Whether intentional or not, this behavior reinforced his character's unlikable image in ways that were both striking and problematic. Mare Winningham, as Shy Wendy, was the cast's odd one out. While the Brat Pack partied, she stayed on the sidelines, barely bonding. Her quiet vibe mirrored her character's soft heart, but the clique's wild energy left her isolated. Lowe and Moore tried to pull her in, but Mare preferred her own space. Her outsider status added a raw truth to Wendy's gentle struggle, unnoticed by the group. McCarthy's lone wolf. Andrew McCarthy's detachment was no act. Disinterested in the project and resistant to off-screen camaraderie, he maintained a cool distance from his co-stars. His icy distance annoyed Lowe and Estevez, who thrived on the group's chaos. McCarthy preferred solo nights over their Georgetown parties, his loner streak mirroring Kevin's angst. The tension added a sharp edge to his performance, but the cast never clicked with their sulky scribe. Fake bar, real vibes. The iconic St. Elmo's bar never existed outside the production set. It was a Hollywood illusion, built from scratch on a soundstage. The neon glow and smoky haze became the cast's after-hours hangout, soaked in real beer and tension. Lowe cracked jokes, Nelson sulked, and Moore danced on tables between takes. The fake bar felt like their real refuge, its staged chaos capturing the group's messy heart. It was their stage, and they owned it. Age gap fakery. Though portraying recent college graduates, most cast members were already in their mid to late 20s. Through careful makeup, wardrobe, and performance choices, they convincingly embodied characters several years younger, allowing audiences to fully accept the illusion. Accidental Anthem. The film's soaring theme song, Man in Motion, was not originally written for St. Elmo's Fire. John Parr's track was repurposed during production, yet its energy and optimism became inseparable from the movie's identity, cementing its place in 1980s pop culture. Critics roast. Upon release, St. Elmo's Fire faced sharp criticism, with many reviewers dismissing it as superficial. Yet, over time, audiences were drawn toward its emotional chaos and flawed characters. What critics overlooked became its greatest strength, transforming the film into a beloved cult classic. Lowe's comeback spark. For Rob Lowe, St. Elmo's Fire ultimately became a pivotal step in restoring his career. In the years following his public controversies, the film's enduring cult status reintroduced him to audiences and reignited his Hollywood trajectory. In the end, St. Elmo's Fire captured more than 80s spirit. It bottled youth's uncertainty, passion, and reckless hope. Behind-the-scenes tales show that real drama often happens off-screen. Enjoyed this journey? Like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic deep dives.